Hi guys, my name is Alistair Taylor. I'm the head teaching professional here at the PGA Golf Academy at Herons Reach in Blackpool. And today we're going to compare Nike Vapor Speed and Nike Vapor Flex fairway woods. So two very different clubs. I mean, both 15 degrees, stiff shaft, one with a glued head, one with flex loft. So anything from 13 to 17 this can be moved from. Very different profile, very different footprints. Bigger head for the speed, slightly shallower face. So we're going to hit 5 shots with each on flight scope, see how they compare, see which is the longer, but also give you a bit of feedback as to which one might suit each player. So we're going to hit speed first of all. So it looks great behind the ball. I mean, it looks a really generous size 3 wood, which I do think out of the two models, this will be the one that appeals to the masses. Very easy to hit. Quite a flat trajectory, but I mean, for me personally, I do tend to hit 3 wood a little bit flat, and I might be tempted to go a little bit more lofted, which is where potentially flex might work for me. Again, I do like the way though the shallower face, and certainly the silver face with the contrast with the dark top of the club head, I think looks more lofted, which is nice. Just feels incredibly easy to hit. Which again, I think in my experience, a lot of guys tend to struggle with 3 wood off the floor. Maybe because there's not enough loft, but also the clubs aren't always designed to get the ball up in the air quite as much. And again, good. I mean, certainly from a fitting perspective, even though this is the stock shaft, you know, I'm not sure I'd personally be stock shaft, but just feels, and it is feel, we'll see, numbers might not reflect that, it feels like the ball might maybe spin a little bit more than I'm looking for off this club. I mean, 5 pretty solid strikes for me with 3 wood off the floor. So let's switch over then. That was Vapor Speed. Let's switch to Vapor Flex, see how that performs. Okay guys, so we've got Vapor Flex 3 wood now. Same loft, stiff shaft, different shaft to stock, down on a whiteboard in this one. So again, for me it looks a little more stingy on loft, just with the black face, with the black head. For me, feels very different off the face. Kind of just maybe feels a little bit softer off the face, doesn't feel quite as hard. Again, just my personal feeling on that. Certainly seem to hit it a little bit lower with this one. And like I said, I've not ever been brilliant with 3 wood off the floor, so certainly for me with flex, I'd probably move this to 17 degree. Hit that, fantastic. You know, if I get 3 wood like that every time, I'd probably stick with 15. The last couple. Little bit low off the face. Didn't fly quite as well. So I'd probably say this not as forgiving either. I mean, obviously smaller head, not quite as forgiving. A little bit out the toe, so probably didn't strike that as well. Could argue that the other one's more forgiving, so the ball came off the club face better. But let's look at some numbers on flight scope, give you some feedback from there.
So Vapor Speed, Vapor Flex fairway woods, nothing in it really. 2 yards carry, 2 yards total. Swung, Vapor Speed a little quicker, shaft's a little lighter, so that'd make sense. Probably struck Flex better, even though Speed's probably more forgiving. The bigger head with the Vapor Speed launched it a little bit higher and hit it a little bit higher. I mean, both great. For me, the only negative with Speed is that it's glued and can't be adjusted, whereas Flex can be fitted very much to each individual.
Okay guys, so we can see on the numbers there, just based on distance, for me Vapor Speed came out a little bit on top. I do think, like I said, for me personally, I'm not really comfortable with 15 degrees off the floor. So for me, Vapor Flex would probably appeal. It was only a couple of yards anyway, so I'd probably look for something that I could get into fitting my eye a little bit more on the shot. And I know, because I've hit this one at 17 degree, I do hit it a little bit further through the air, probably near a 220 carry. So I think for me personally, for what I'd be looking for, probably Vapor Flex would be my choice, even though it didn't hit it the longest out of the two. I think this is more forgiving. I think this is easier to hit. Vapor Speed, I think, is going to be the one that probably majority of the guys do like. It is glued in the neck, so it's not something that you can then tinker with. I mean, for me, both very, very good 3-woods. You know, easy to hit, look good behind the ball. Probably visually, like I said, I preferred the silver face of the Speed. But Nike Vapor Flex Fairway Wood, Nike Vapor Speed. Today's winner, just based on distance, Vapor Speed driver. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, share it, like it, leave some comments for me. If you want to come down to Herons Reach to try any of the stuff in today's video, any other videos, give me a call, 01253 832 505. Visit my website on www.alitaylorgolf.com. Subscribe to my channel, lots more stuff on there. See if you want me to test these against any of the new fairway woods that are out. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I do appreciate you guys watching my videos and making comments for me. Hope to see some of you down there in the future. Stay in contact.